G'day everybody. Well, for today's bit of HV fun, I figure we may as well muck around with this old thing which I've had sitting around for quite a lot of time. I found this on Hard Rubbish a couple of years ago with no real idea on what it actually was. I just picked it up for the HV sticker that's on the top of it and thought maybe some kind of HV power supply. And after a bit of research last night, turns out it's a 7.5 kilovolt neon sign transformer, which, as you know, are great fun to have a mess around with. So yeah, I figured today we'll take some covers off of it. There's really not much to see inside. It's potted in resin and it's incredibly heavy. It's one of the old iron core type. It's a little bit busted up from the previous handler, but if I can pick it up and I'll show you the name tag that's on it. If you can see that, it's made by Seat, who are an Italian transformer manufacturer. It's 240 volt in the primary at 1.8 amps, and on the secondary it's 7.5 kilovolts out. So it's the real deal. It's just one of the low profile types as far as I can tell. There's your label on the top if you can see that. It's just saying warning high voltage. But yeah, as I said, it's incredibly heavy. It's it'll just be a big iron core transformer similar to this ballast here, and it'll all be potted in resin, and it's also inside this big thick steel casing. So I don't really want to bust it up, but we can take a few service covers off and have a bit of a look at it. I haven't actually put power to this since I've had it, but we can probably do that today. As you can see, we're still in frame. Yep, these isolators that basically engage with the pins in here and make contact. So in other words, this top cover has to be on in order to get it to power up, but we can bypass that as we normally do with things like this. But yeah, you got 240 volts in through a standard power cord. That goes in the primary here, and then you got your secondary AC out. It's not a DC one as far as I can tell, but very thick cabling, although it's the proper high tension stuff. I don't know how well you'll see this, but if I can get the camera to focus on it. Yeah, there you go. It's about 10mm thick insulation and 2 to 2.5mm high tension cable that runs all the way through the center of this. It's really good stuff, actually. Very flexible, little bit springy, but it holds its shape, which is good. It doesn't fight like the normal power cord occasionally does. And anybody who's worked with it will know how annoying this cord can be at times. Yep, camera's back on focus, but I'll get the multimeter out and we'll start by testing up our primary and secondary, make sure they're still in spec, and then we can start putting power to it. So stay tuned. Okay, well, doing the continuity test. This is on the primary. We're getting 005, very low reading. That's pretty much normal for the primary, but when we go to the secondary, we're going open circuit. So I'm guessing this thing may be cooked inside. And that's with pins, multimeter pins on both studs for each cable. And yeah, we're reading open circuit. So I think this thing may be stuffed, unfortunately, which is a big disappointment because I've always wanted a neon sign transformer. I was even actually thinking if this worked, I could use it as the high voltage igniter for the DLP arc lamp to basically strike that on. But yeah, I think I may have to rethink that. But anyway, it can be a doorstop for now, and I might put some time aside to cut it open and show you what the transformer core and everything looks like in it. But that's presuming it's not an oil-filled one. But anyway, thanks for watching. Can't disappoint you guys, can I? let's just see, we have a real neon bulb. I did do a video on those a long time ago, as you probably remember. And we have it wired up to a MOT. Let's just see what happens. Okay, I'm going to stick it straight in 240. I'm going to see if it explodes or not. Remember, face visor just in case it does. This could be loud. 3, 2, 1. Ooh. Really bright. Oh yeah, MOT's smoking up already. We'll let it smoke for a bit. Oh yeah, we're cooking. Pah. Stinks. Oh yeah, it really does stink. I better chuck the fume extractor on. Yeah, that smelled awful bad. Yeah, a little bit of heat coming off it. Bulb was alright though. I was worried about that exploding, but it didn't. Yeah, it's always good to have a fume extractor in here when you do pop these, because that stuff's not particularly good for you. I mean, it won't hurt, but you don't really want to breathe too much of it in. Surprised on how quickly it smoked up though. I mean, I wasn't running the bulb for long. You're already starting to go. Oh, well, at least I know that you can actually run those neon bulbs on a microwave oven transformer. That's quite cool. So remember, safety first with these. Do not mess around with them if you don't have any HV experience. These are more dangerous than TV flybacks. Make sure you've always got it unplugged when you're making modifications to it or touching it. And yeah, do be careful on what bulbs you put on them, because some will explode. But other than that, have fun. Yeah, you like that? My new camera stand. Thanks for watching.